the wind blowing northeast and not southeast. Allah commanding the sun to be shining, and it is shining. Allah commanding the weather to be cold, the weather will be cold. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded the weather to be hot, the weather going to be hot. So this is from the universal command. Fahimt? Ahsant. So he mentioned, now وَأَمْرُهُ الْكَوْنِي, right, you following? He said, الَّذِي يَأْمُرُ بِهِ الْمَخْلُوقَاتِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will command the creation. So therefore, after Allah command the creation, right, what would the creation do? If Allah command the creation, what would the creation do? To obey. مُبَاشَرَةً بِلَا سُؤَالٍ وَلَا كَيْفٍ. The creation will obey the command of Allah right away, mubasharatan, without asking no questioning or bringing about excuses, as we will do. So فَيُطِيعُهُ, as the Shaykh Hafidhahullah mentioned, so the creation will obey Allah. Right, Ismail? Allah commanding the sun to be rising, barakallah, the sun will rise. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanding the night, يُغْشِ اللَّيْلَ النَّهَارَ يَطْلُبُهُ حَثِيثًا, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanding the night to cover the day, and the night will cover the day. طيب. So likewise, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يَأْمُرُ الَّذِي يَأْمُرُ بِهِ الْمَخْلُوقَاتِ فَيُطِيعُهُ أو فَتُطِيعُهُ, and they will obey him. وَتَسْتَجِيب, and they will respond to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He say, لَهُ مِثْلُ قَوْلِهِ, and this is like the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shuf. He say, this is like the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this beautiful verse in Surah Al-Fussilat, verse number 11. قَالَ لَهَا وَلِلْأَرْضِ فَقَالَ لَهَا جزاك الله فَقَالَ لَهَا وَلِلْأَرْضِ, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded to the earth, وَلِلْأَرْضِ, meaning to the heavens, وَلِلْأَرْضِ, and to the earth. Look, Allah commanded them, فَقَالَ لَهَا, meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded the heavens, or the heaven, وَلِلْأَرْضِ, and the earth. إِئْتِيَا, come. إِئْتِيَا here, it is what is called, what form is this? No, what form? What form? Not what fi'l, what form? لا, what form? What form? Meaning it is mufrad.
No.
Jamma.
No.
What form is it? It's not jamma. What is it?
That's mufrad.
No, that's not mufrad. I'tiya.
Musanna.
Musanna. It's not mufrad. So it is two that he mentioned. But here, barakallahu fikum, you got to understand in this, i'tiya, that means two that will be coming into one. You understand? That means you taking two and they will be coming into one. This is what is a dual form type of. So it is like two. That's why he said, فَقَالَ لَهَا وَلِلْأَرْضِ, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded the earth, the heavens, وَلِلْأَرْضِ, and the earth, i'tiya, come about, meaning in one. طيب, طَوْعًا, willingly, أَوْ كَرْهًا, or unwillingly. So this was a command that Allah commanded what? The creation, the heavens and the earth to come about. طيب, willingly or unwillingly. To come willingly or unwillingly. And this is Surah Al-Fussilat, verse number 11. So we understand from this, i'tiya, it is barakallahu fikum, two things that has been brought into be one. To be brought into one. So he mentioned, amarahuma, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded the heavens and the earth, وَهَذَا أَمْرُ كَوْنِي, this is a creational command. This is a creational command or a universal command. He say, Amara bihi as-samawati wal-ard. He say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded the heavens and the earth. He say, fatakunat, fatakawwanat, and they both came into being. Fatakawwanat, they both came into being. They both came into being. Limadha? Because Allah commanded them to what? To come to being, to come to existence. Because as he say, فقال لها وللأرض ائتيا إيش طوعا أو كرها. So come, meaning the heavens and the earth, to come in one, willingly or unwillingly. So here the Shaykh Hafidhahullah, he say Allah, he commanded both of them, the heavens and the earth, and he say that this command is a creational command. This command is a creational command. He say, as Allah Jalla Wala mentioned in Surah Yasin, verse number 82, قال الله تعالى إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون. It is that the command of Allah, that whenever He want to make something happen, He will say be, and it is. أن يقول له كن فيكون. He will say be, and it will be. It will say be, and it is. مباشرة, right away. He say هذا أمر إيش كوني. This is the creational command. This is the creational command. أما الأمر الشرعي. He say as in regard to the legislational command. أما in regard to the legislational command, فهو وحيه المنزل الذي يأمر به عباده. He said that the legislational command is barakallahu fikum, the revelation of Allah. It is the wahyu of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has revealed, whereas He command His servants. So when we say the command, we will say that al-amr, amrani, there is two types of command. You got the universal command or the creational command, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command the creation to be, and it is, whatever it is, or command them to be however He want them to be, and they will be the same way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want them to be. But amma, the al-amru al-shar'i, it is barakallahu fikum, it is the wahyu that is revealed, the revelation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by way of which He command the creation. He said ya'muruhum bi'ibadatihi. By way of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala command them to worship Him. Does Allah command us to worship Him by way of the creation of the sun? No. Does Allah command us to worship Him by way of the creation of the moon? La wa kalla. All of this, it sits barakallah fiqh in regard to the universal command. So amma, the order or the command to worship Allah, it comes from the revelation. It comes from the command, from the legislational command. He said likewise, يَأْمُرُهُمْ بِالصَّلَاةِ. Allah, by way of the Quran, He commanded us to do what? To establish the salah. يَأْمُرُهُمْ بِالزَّكَاةِ وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. This did not come in the universe, but rather this came in the command of the Shar'i, the Shar'i legislation. He said likewise, يَأْمُرُهُمْ بِبِرِّ الْوَالِدَيْنِ. He command the creation of being dutiful and kind to one's parents. He say هذا أمره الشرعي يدخل فيه الأوامر والنواهي التي في القرآن الكريم وفي سنة النبوي. The Shaykh Hafidhahullah, he say that these are the legislational command, whereas it is part of it the prohibition, and likewise the command or the order that you will find either in the Quran or in the Sunnah of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He say, "Hada min amrillahi subhanahu wa taala." This is only for Allah, the command of Allah subhanahu wa taala. So he say, "Idha kana lahu al-khalq wal-amr." If the command, if the command, meaning the creation, and the command is for Allah, if the creation and the command is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he say فَمَاذَا بَقِيَ لِغَيْرِهِ subhanahu wa ta'ala. If the creation and the command is for Allah, then what is it remaining? What is it that is out there remaining for other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? If the creation and the command is for Allah, then what is it remaining out there for someone else? What is it out there that is left for someone else? If the creation and the command, barakallahu fikum, is for Allah, ala lahul khalq wal amr, that to Allah only belong the creation. To Allah only belong the the command. So therefore, barakallahu fikum, as he mentioned that if the command and if the creation belongs to Allah, then what is it out there that is remaining for other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? He say, وَلِهَذَا يَقُولُ عُمَرُ Ibn Umar radiyallahu anhu. This is why the son of Umar, he mentioned Abdullah ibn Umar, he say these beautiful words. He say, لما لما قرأ هذا الآية, when Umar, the son of Umar, Ibn Umar, he read this verse. He say, إن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يغشي الليل النهار يطلبه حثيثا والشمس والقمر والنجوم مسخرات بأمره ألا له الخلق والأمر. When Ibn Umar radiyallahu anhu read this verse, he say this beautiful word. He say, من له شيء, whoever has something that belongs to him, he say, فَلْيَطْلُبُهُ, let him go after it. After he read this verse, if there is anything that barakallahu fikum is for you, belongs to you, you either created it or you commanded it, he say, go for it. What you gonna claim? Allahu Akbar. Look at these few lines, ayyuha al-ikhwa. Wallahi, these few, let me count it. Man lahu shay'un falyatlubuhu. 4 words. That is barakallahu fikum, showing the understanding of the tawheed of Ibn Umar radiyallahu anhu. Showing the understanding of the tawheed of Ibn Umar radiyallahu anhu wa arda. 4 words, ayyuha al-ikhwa. He say, if there is anything, man lahu shay, whoever has anything that is for them, فَلْيَطْلُبُهُ, let them go after it. If this is for you, go after it. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creation, belongs to Him, what is left for you? If the command is for Allah, what is left for anyone else? Would an individual stand up and command us, and we will barakallahu fikum blindly follow his command without looking into the light of the Quran and the Sunnah? But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us in the Quran and the Sunnah, barakallahu fikum fa'ala al-ayn wa ra's, as the Arab would say, it is right away. We will not think about understanding it. We will fulfill and implement the command. So if the creation, you don't have no claim on the creation, and you don't have no claim in that which is the command, then barakallahu fikum, know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to be worshipped alone. If the Marabu man has any belonging in the kawn, let him go for it. If the Mori man, right, that's how you say it. If the Mori man has any belongings on the universe, let him go after it. If the Juju man, he got anything that belongs to him from the creation, let him go for it. And he will not claim that he own one thing from the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we finish up the Shaykh hafidhahullah tabaraka wa ta'ala. He say, وَدَلَّ الْآيَةِ, and he say, وَدَلَّتِ الْآيَةِ, and this verse, it is evidence على فرق بين الخلق والأمر. Allahu Akbar. This is where it is also very important. He say this verse also shows that there is a difference between the khalq, the creation, and likewise the amr. What did the Shaykh say was the amr earlier? He said the amr was what? The meaning of the amr? La. The meaning of the amr. Al-kalam, ahsanta. Al-kalam. He say kalamuhu, amruhu kalamuhu. That the amr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one of them is his speech. So he say that this verse is a proof, intabihu. This verse is a proof that between the creation and the command, it is 2 different things. Between the creation and the command, it is 2 different things. This is why Allah Jalla, he say, Ala lahul khalqu, and he say, wal amru. What did we say about wa one time? What did we say about wa? What do we say wa?
I was here.
Huh?
I have not I was
Then
here
you are
about it.
excused.
I know, I was here, but what? That's a